You know I gotta hit you guys with the hey listeners and welcome back to the Review podcast. I got some recommendations this past week, so I got some episodes for you guys for the next couple of days. We'll see how that goes. But I'm not gonna turn down a recommendation for a good movie or TV show. I'll be the judge of whether or not it's good or bad, just like you could be the judge. I'm just here to give you my review, my opinion on these few episodes. You know. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I didn't get to tell you guys my dilemma last week, and my dilemma last week, it's really small, it's not long. My dilemma was that I had like this super happy energy going for me like all last week. Like I was just like in awe of happiness. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not a negative Nancy, but it was just so weird that I was just so happy. Like I was like overwhelmingly positively happy. So it's just like, what's going on with this girl? She on drugs? Like, what? And like, a lot of people are surprised. Like, I've never done drugs a day in my life. And people are like, really? You? And I'm like, yeah, me, the girl from Florida. And everybody in Florida is a crackhead. So there's that piece. But whatever. If you didn't realize, I didn't realize, guys. I'm sorry. I'm screaming at you. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize, but on Monday it was 9/11. It's been 22 years since, the Twin Towers fell. And, like, I honestly completely forgot that it was 9/11 until, like, the clock was 9/11. And it made me think of the episode from Family Guy. I think it's the hot tub episode. So I want to say season 7, episode 1 or 2. Where, like, Stan, he has, like, a really bad back, and his family's just stressing him out, and so he gets a hot tub. But like before he goes over that whole conundrum, he tells Francine how, like, his schedule, it's a certain way, he doesn't change it. And he tells you what he does from like 7 till 9:12 in the morning. And he's like, this time brush my teeth, that time wash my teeth, drop the kids off at school, pick up the dry cleaning, pick up Roger's dry cleaning. And then he's like, at 9:09 get to the office. And then he's like, at 9:11 think about 9/11. And that's what it made me think about, because I was in my office, here I am sipping my tea, and I'm like, oh my god, today's 9/11. And it was so weird because the entire morning was just like raining. It was just really just somber. And mind you, it had rained the whole entire weekend up here. It rained Saturday, Sunday, and Monday in the morning. It didn't rain in the afternoon, but it was just really somber. And I'm like, oh my god, today's 9/11. If you don't know what 9/11 is, then did you really learn American history? You know what I mean? A lot of people, I get teased like at my new place of work, because it's like, you're so young. And I hit back with, not too young to not know what 9/11's about. And then, were you even born for 9/11? In fact, I was 6 months and 10 days old when 9/11 happened. So, yes, I know about 9/11. I was crying for a bottle or something. I don't know. But I just found that just like so weird that I really had like an American Dad moment. I love American Dad. American Dad's my comfort show. I love everything about American Dad. I know every single song. Don't quote me, but I know it. Okay? Also, I guess yesterday was the VMAs, and like there was this whole big old deal. Like Nicki was gonna be there, Cardi, Meg, Ice Spice, and all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't have been mad if it was Met Gala 2018 or 2019 part 2 all over again. That Met Gala when Nicki was in like the leopard cheetah print, and she was just looking, just beautiful. And Cardi had came out in that big red dress, and she had that fat ass knot on her forehead, and she was just, that's not her face. She just, I'm not team Cardi nor team Nicki. I'm just team good music. And personally, like Cardi and Megan, they dropped their song Bongos last week Friday. And for the love of God, like, it's starting to, like, get catchy, but it's, like, I don't know if I really like it. And they spoke on it and how it's, like, it's supposed to be different. It's not music that either one of them has ever really put out before. It's not necessarily WAP part 2, it's, something entirely different. They're trying to just, change up the hip hop game. And it's like, I like it. And, I have nothing wrong. Like, I'm young. I don't think there's anything wrong with explicit songs. But I don't know. It's like bong, 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 bong. It just sounds like an island song, but it's not an island song. So it's like false advertisements. Like, it's just not. I sound so stuffy. It's just not doing it for your girl. Like, what? I don't. What are you trying to sell me? Because it's not happening. It's just a weird song. I don't know. I'll let you guys know if, like, I actually like the song. But as of right now, I don't like the song. And I was, like, so looking forward to it. And then a part of me was just like, Cardi said on some interview that, like, she's not going to do any more features. She's not going to drop any more singles. Like, the next thing she drops is going to be her album. And then she comes out with bongos. And it's like, where's this album, Cardi? Cardi B dropped one album. I want that to be understood. Cardi B dropped one album. She has 3 mixtapes, right? And her mixtapes are the best. If you ever listen to Cardi B's mixtapes from, like, her, like, back when she was still on Love and Hip Hop before, like, that type of era, you're missing out. Because her mixtapes are everything to me. I feel like her first and only album, Invasion of Privacy, is a really good album. But it's been 5 years since Cardi's dropped another album. And she's been doing all these features and all that stuff. And these features are blowing up. She's doing features with Latto. Who else she did features? She did a feature with Glorilla. Who else? There was somebody else. But I don't think I like the feature. And that's why I can't remember it. Oh, well. But, she's doing all these features. Her and Offset dropped that song Jealousy. And I like Jealousy a little bit, but not a lot of it. Like, I feel like when I listen to a Cardi B song, like, I want to be ghetto. Like, I want to like, come on. You know what I mean? And I feel like, I don't know. Cardi, if you're going to drop an album, drop the album. Like, if Nicki drops her album, and Cardi still hasn't dropped her album, which at this rate, it seems like Nicki's going to drop her album first. I'm just going to be like, Cardi, what were we doing? You out here buying all these Birkin bags. We help you buy these Birkin bags, okay? If we don't listen to your music, if we not popping with what you putting out, you can't get no more Birkin bags. So it will behoove you to put some music out, stop playing with people's lives, and come on. Because I'm telling y'all right now, you heard it here, right here. If Nicki Minaj comes back and her album is just slaps on slaps, oh, I'm done with Cardi B. Cardi been playing with people's emotions. She be putting out all these features. Say, rip me out the plastic. I'm about to put you back in the plastic because I'm just not with it, okay? It's not. No, ma'am. So, I don't know. But as far as I can see, I don't watch award shows like that. But I woke up this morning. Nothing was popping on TikTok or the Instagram. Nothing. Only thing people were talking about Selena Gomez. And, can I just give Selena Gomez her flowers? Give her flowers. She looks so freaking pretty. And her girls were just sitting up so freaking nice. Like, oh my gosh, she just looks so good. Her and Rima won for Afrobeats. And a part of me is just like, that song was good with or without Selena Gomez. I prefer just the original. But I mean, it's like, so good. And she like literally let him like have his moment because it was his moment to shine. Like, even though they did it together, it's like this song is a really good song. And I feel like in America, when it comes to like Afro beats, they don't really get hype as they should be. When it comes to like the Caribbean culture, they don't get as hype as they should be. But it's like when it's just like basic, and I mean basic hip hop and pop and all that stuff, it's like, but it's like those Afro beats and those Caribbean songs, like they go just as hard, sometimes even harder. And like they just have a better flow and rhythm to it. Like when I'm in the club, I'm like, it's okay to hear Drake, but I don't want to hear 5 Drake songs back to back. Like, I'm not with that. That's whack to whack. You know what I mean? I just want to keep it pushing. Like, I'm here to have a good time, like, and I feel like songs that Rima puts out, like, they're really good, and I like them. And I like that people are opening up to that side of their culture because it is a really good song and I like it. So it was just a really good song. But back to Selena Gomez. Sis was looking fire. The girls was just sitting up real nice. She just looked really pretty. A lot of people were like, she was making faces at Olivia Rodrigo, whatever her name is. You know, the girl who says, huh. You know, it's just, I don't care. A fight didn't happen. And they were like, there was like a comment. She was like, oh, Selena Gomez, you know, let her good girl demeanor go. Nobody ever said she was a good girl. You, society, social media, pop culture decided that she was a good girl and ran with it. So do us all a favor and just shut up, you know. If they want to, she wants to have a stank face, by all means, have a stank face, girl. I don't listen to that girl's music, and I would have been up there stanking the whole crowd up. I don't care. And neither should y'all. Like, it does not matter. BFFR. It does not matter. Speaking of Selena Gomez, only murders in the building. I did not watch this week's episode. So I will find some time between now and next week to watch this week's episode and next week's episode. So I'll give you guys a double scoop next week on that. But yeah, I think that's all the important events. There was like some murderer. He was caught. I think that's all I have to say about that. You know, the dress, bro. If you haven't seen Selena Gomez's dress, please go look it up, because the dress was giving what it was supposed to give. And she just looks so freaking pretty. Because I feel like it was either a couple months ago or like last year. People were just like, oh, she's so fat. She's fat. And it's just like, shut up. It's not even girls. Sometimes people in general just don't want to hear anything about their weight. You don't need to comment on how fat somebody is, how skinny somebody is. Sometimes you just need to be like, hi, how are you? And just keep it pushing. Like, you know what I mean? Just shut up. Anyways, with the show, first up on the roster, we got The Summer I Turned Pretty, which was, wow, I just tripled over my own freaking lips. First up on the roster, if you couldn't understand, was The Summer I Turned Pretty, which was recommended by certified baddie Marky Mark. And he convinced me. We were like talking for like an hour. We basically did our own private podcast show. One day, Mark, I will make sure you are on this podcast, because that conversation just got me so hyped. I was just like, I like stuff like this. Like, it just got me so hyped. One day, Mark, I'm going to make sure you have your own seat, your own microphone on the podcast, so we could just dish it out. We talked about a lot of good stuff, but the show that he recommends, Summer I Turned Pretty, it's on Amazon Prime. And I had like seen, like the ads for it on Tickety Talk and Instagram. And I was just like, this show just seems so, and, it was given ABC Family vibes, back when ABC Family had shows like Pretty Little Liars, The Fosters, Baby Daddies, just to name a few, because they actually had like a lot of good shows that are really good. When ABC Family was ABC Family, now I don't know what it's called. It ain't a family. But, it's an okay show. I haven't finished season 2. I thought I would finish season 2. I have 2 more episodes before I finish season 2. So for today's episode, I'm only going to talk about season 1. Next week, I'll talk about season 2. So when me and Mark had discussed this, he was like, she's a hoe, isn't she? And I was like, and like the way he was describing it to me without spoiling it, and I was like, yeah, she's giving hoe vibes. And then like watching the show, I was like, okay. I watched the first episode and I'm like, this just seems so lame. And then I watched the second, I watched the third, and I keep watching it, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And I guess like depending on how you want to look at it, you could see her as a girl who's just like going around kissing all these boys, just doing all these things, ruining stuff, however you, the listener, want to look at it. From my perspective, I see it as like, she says like, and the title of the show gets context. The summer I turned pretty. It gets context. It's the summer like I finally grew up. It's the summer I finally wanted to like get noticed by boys and hang out and have fun and party. And I think every teenager has gone through that. But let me just say, if my summer as a teen was spent like this show, I wouldn't be Diavion. And I love being Diavion, so that just speaks volumes. When I was in high school, I wasn't really chasing boys. You know what I mean? I was just trying to have a good time. Like, where's the party? I'm just trying to have a good time. And I feel like this show was just like, there are many different ways to spend your high school years in this show. this show was definitely that. Please forgive me in advance if my voice seems like it's cracking or whatever. I don't know what's going on. Like, I just got really stuffy really fast. I will be sleeping with my humidifier on tonight, but I just got really stuffy. If I bungle any of my words, please forgive me. I don't know what's going on, and I have the hiccups, so they will come sporadically. But it's my obligation. It is my obligation to this show to give you guys, the listeners, my honest and most authentic opinion on this show. And there are 2 seasons, and like I said, I'm only talking on season 1, so I'm going to try my hardest to ignore everything I know about season 2, right? So, here we go. Ready? I hate high school, right? That's just me personally. Like, when I see shows like this, it makes me hate high school. I feel like I had a good time in high school, because when I think about which grade level of school I hated the most, it's middle school for me. Like, middle school, those 3 years were just treacherous. I hated it. It's like you're going through puberty, you're learning boys are learning girls. It's just like, and girls grow faster than boys. Boys like, why do you look like that? What is that? Why you? And I just hated middle school. Elementary was okay because you're little kids, and I was like a little Tasmanian devil at times, so can't really judge. When it comes to high school, like I said, like, I was just trying to have a good time. Like, I'm out with my friends, especially like once like it was our sophomore year, and everybody was turning 16 or whatever, and everybody's doing these big lavish birthday parties. I had one. It was a ball. I went to like 3 of them. It was fun. Me and my girls, we had a really good time. That's what it was. In this show, it was kind of different because they have this whole boardwalk scene, and who doesn't love a good beach show? It's definitely giving beaches. When it comes to like the moms, and the moms, Mark, I understand why you said it looks like they're gay, but then it's like, I think when you're in a relationship, when girls are in friendships like that for so long, for so many years, for decades, your relationship kind of morphs into, like, I guess you want to say a gay relationship, because you like wholeheartedly love this person and you'll do anything for this person, and it's kind of like a second relationship. It's like your best friend is almost your boyfriend or girlfriend. And it goes to the saying where it's like, when you're with somebody, like, you're my best friend, I'm marrying my best friend, like, that's how it goes. So I feel like the moms in this show, they're okay. They're okay at first. I'm not gonna lie, at first I didn't really like Susanna, and towards the end of the season I was just like, okay, it makes sense why you did what you did throughout season 1, and the path that you chose to take. That was just my opinion. The other mom, Laurel, she seems like a little, she's like a bulldog in a chihuahua body. Like she's just a bulldog in a chihuahua body. Like, she had her friends back. She like loves her kids, but I feel like she's one of those moms who it's like, I'm a cool mom, I'm not a regular mom. And it's like, you can talk to me about anything, honey. We're best friends. And it's like, that's not parenting. Like, maybe when you're older, like, I feel like, yeah, I could talk to my mom. I'm 22. I'm going to talk to my mom about whatever I want to talk to my mom. But when I was 16, I'm not talking to my mom about boys and stuff. Girl, no. Boy, bye. I'm not doing that. So it's just like, okay, you're one of those moms. But the main character is Belly, which at first I was just like, who names their kid that? Belly, 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 belly. Like, what? But her name is Isabel. But her name is spelled Isabel. I wouldn't spell Isabel like that. But I guess that's how you would spell Isabel, because her name's not Isabella. It's just Isabel. And they call her Belly. I like when they say bells. Bell sounds better than belly. Belly, belly, belly. Let me stop. She and her brother, Steven, they have like a good sibling relationship. The actors in the show, they're like, it's like, they're straight out of like a Teen Vogue magazine. And I've never read a Teen Vogue magazine, but I can only assume that the actors that they have portraying these teenagers are what's in Teen Vogue magazines. Because it's just like, okay, Sure. Belly isn't bad. Bells. Look at me getting caught up in the lingo. Bells isn't bad. She's just a girl, honestly. And I feel like it could be, confused like, oh, she's a hoe. And I feel like not really. Like, if a guy likes you and you want to see where that takes you, by all means, go ahead. A lot of times girls get blamed for their actions, and I think it just goes to show, like, women shouldn't do this, women shouldn't do that. But when a guy does it, it's completely fine. And I feel like Isabel, she jumps from one guy to another guy to another guy, and two of those guys happen to be brothers. And me personally, I would never cross the line of messing with somebody's brother. Like, if I'm friends with old dude and old dude boyfriend and old dude brother, I'm never gonna cross that. I'm not gonna mess with your brother, and I'm not gonna mess with you, and I'm definitely not gonna mess with both of you. Like, I just wouldn't do that. Like, messing, like, I personally feel like I just wouldn't mess with any of my friends' siblings, because what if, like, something bad happens between you and that sibling, and now the relationship that you have with your friend, which was there first, is now gone. Like, I would be heartbroken. Okay, that's just my point of view. So I feel like she, as a teenager, what was she, like 16? I don't know how old she was, but she's obviously a teenager. You should know better. Like, I'm not gonna date or even, like, kiss. And, like, she didn't kiss them first. They kissed her. It doesn't make it better, because, like, now they're, like, confusing her. And, like, it's not like they didn't. I'm confusing you guys. It's not like they didn't know that Belly was messing with somebody else. They took it upon themselves to be like, I really like you. Be with me. Don't be with that person. Like, they kind of went out their way to be messy in a sense. So it's not really her fault for being so conflicted and confused. And she didn't allow anything to happen. And, it's, the show could be, if it was me, it would be called The Summer I Burned It Down. I'm burning down everything. I'm burning this beach house. Like, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. Like, it was just weird. And let me just say, the way season 1 ends, it was kind of just like, okay. And not trying to talk about season 2, but the way season 2 kicks off versus season 1, I was just, like, mad confused. I'm like, whoa, we time jumping now? I don't like when shows do time jumps, because when shows do time jumps, that's how you mess up a really good show. And The Summer I Turned Pretty, I would have to give it, like, season 1, a 6 in my book. That's all I gotta say about that. And I feel like for Isabel, being conflicted by these 3 boys, I don't even consider it 3 boys, because one of the boys, it was kind of like done deal. Like, I don't want to be with you. I'm really sorry. I love you. I hope we could still be friends. That type of ordeal. And it was mostly between, like, the brothers and choosing which one she wants. And it's like one brother ignored her whole life. Like, you're just a little sister, basically. And the other one was, like, always there for her. Just those, like, cute meet cues. And I hate, like, rom-coms and stuff like that, or anything that relates to a rom-com. And season 1 was definitely given rom-com and corniness, hence the 6 rating that I'm giving it. But I'll tell you on next week's episode who I'd rather see Belly be with. It's Jeremiah and Conrad. I'll let you know next week after I finish season 2. I already know now, before finishing the season, who I want her to be with. So come next week, I'll tell you. And then we'll go over it from there. Because, yeah. And I feel like both brothers kind of put her in this bad predicament. Because it's like, spontaneously kissing is not really a thing. I get that some things are fake, but it's like, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Come at me in the comments if you don't agree, but you don't just spontaneously kiss a girl or a guy. Just, I don't think so. Like, when I think of, like, when I kissed, like, my first ever kiss, when I was in, like, middle school, and I had, like, I had my first kiss in, like, elementary, but we won't talk about that, because I was a little kid. I didn't know any better. So, like, middle school, when I had my first kiss, like, it wasn't spontaneously kissing. It was little kids not knowing what hormones were and thinking that this was a-okay. You know what I mean? It wasn't really spontaneous where it's just like, we're walking. Oh, I'm going to brush my pinky against yours. You're going to brush your pinky against mine. We're going to somehow hold hands. And then I'm going to look to you. And you're going to look at me. And you're going to look at me in awe. And you're going to take your hand. And you're going to caress my face like we're in some Shakespeare play. And then just, no. Like, that's just not it. And I love love. I feel like I'm a huge romance girl. But when it comes to those, like, lame-ass, corny rom-com things or just something that's just so... ugh, I hate it. I believe in true. I guess, like, in a sense, I do and I don't believe in true love, but I do believe in soulmates. And I had asked myself this question last week, like, what's the difference between true love and soulmates? So I took, upon myself to go on Google and, like, look it up. So I want to ask you guys if, like, you know the difference between true love and soulmates, and do you believe in true love and or soulmates? After reading it, I do believe in true love and soulmates, but I think soulmates is where my belief system is more with than true love, because there's just sometimes this unexplained thing, like when somebody just connects to your soul. I haven't met my soulmate. I wonder what my soulmate's like. I hope my soulmate's a guy. I'm not gay, guys. I don't know why people think I give gay vibes, but I'm not. So sorry. So sorry. Back to the summer I turned pretty. It was just a lot. But the show overall, I have to give Mark his roses, because the show, he did tell me, like, the show has, like, a really good production value. And I was like, okay. And then watching the show, it really did. You could tell that they put and invested a lot of time into not only their equipment, but who they hired to direct, edit, and just, put the show together. And the scenery was really pretty. Like I said, you can't go wrong with a beach show or movie. It was just really freaking nice. It gives into the rom-com, but as a beach lover myself, I let it pass because the beach is everything. There were some scenes, see, I sound stuffy. There were some scenes that I really like the drive-in. I love the drive-in. Seeing that, I think it was like in episode 2 or 3 of the first season. It was just so nostalgic to me. And I was like, a drive-in, like, sounds like a really good date idea. Like, it was always my dream as a little kid, because my mom would take me and my brother to the swap shop. If you're from South Florida, you know what the swap shop is, and we'll go to the drive-in, to the movie theaters, the drive-ins, and we'll watch movies in the car. You tune it to the radio station. It's just so cool. And I always dreamed as a little kid, like, coming here on a date with a guy I liked or something like that. It was it just hit different. I just really liked it. The snacks, the vibe, it was just really, really different. And, if you are from Florida, specifically South Florida, then the landmark that is the swap shop is no more. I no longer have the opportunity to take my kids there. Sad face emoji. Very, very sad face emoji. Swap shop was a really good place. Not to get off topic, but the swap shop was a really good place. I remember, like, my grandma loved going to the swap shop. She loved finding, like, all these knockoff Michael Kors, Calvin Kleins. And I'm sorry, but as bougie as I am, I'm gonna go to TJ Maxx and find a Michael Kors bag for like $50 than wear some knockoff Michael Kors bag. And it'll be like MM or something. I forgot what knockoff MK logo looks like, but I was just like, I remember the first time I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is nice. And I think it was my aunt. She's like, it's fake. And I was just like, ooh, we don't do that around here. I'm very much allergic to fake. If I can't wear fake gold in my ears because my ears will break out, then I'm not wearing fake anything. I'm just going to walk around and be like, I'm allergic. Sorry. Allergic. Stuff like that. Another scene in the show was like they were just out late at night. And I get that it's summer, but like my mom would have been said, where are you? Why aren't you home? What's happening? Like, like somebody's calling Miss Diabian, asking her where she's at, because there's no way I'm just gonna be out that late at night, or like the way they just sneak off in the middle of the night. And I'm like, I guess when you vacation in a beach house every summer, you can afford to do that. You know, you trust the community to be able to do that. Because I just, I can't, You better be home by 10 o'clock and I ain't playing. Like, come on now. That's just how I feel. The way season 1 ends, it ends on like a sad, happy note, I guess you could say. When it comes to like shows like this that are sad, if you don't make me cry or make my heart do that really like thing, it's not sad enough. It's not good enough, because you really wanna make a girl like me cry. I gotta watch something like Notebook worthy. And you can talk as much smack as you want about the Notebook. I do not care. I'm finna watch it. I don't watch it often because, like I said, I get a little sad. You know what I mean? But I'm finna watch it. But the show, Summer I Turned Pretty, it 6. Season 1 is a 6. Season 2, what I could tell you so far right now is I definitely do like season 2 better than season 1. Like I said, we'll dive into that next week. But it's good. Mark, you're basically the sponsor of this episode, so pay me. He also recommended, I wrote it down in my notes. He recommended some other shows, and I was just like, now I have work to do. Crazy, because I start school next week. I'm pretty sure I had to drop my class, so that's why. Black Mirror, and Black Mirror from the latest season. I used to watch Black Mirror, guys. I watched like 1-2 episodes from like, I want to say like the second season. Don't quote me. And it was okay. Like, I like Black Mirror. It was an okay show, but it wasn't something like, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep watching this. No, it wasn't that at all. To me, it wasn't. But other people like it. But Marky Mark recommended some shows from it, so of course I'm gonna go watch it and see what it has to offer. Of course, despite this writer's strike going on, somehow, American Horror Stories, they got a new season coming out, which stars Emma Roberts, Cara Delevingne, and Kim Kardashian, right? That's what I'm saying. And I don't watch American Horror Stories because horror, and it's just weird. I did hear like the season with Lady Gaga was just quite, but I'm not gonna do that. They keep it going. They change it up. They have some really good shows. I think Freak Show, that season, I like caught a glimpse of one episode and I was just like, not watching this, not watching this, not watching this, not watching this. If you like American Horror Stories, by all means, knock yourself out. With it. You catch it on Hulu if that's what you like. I understand the concept of American Horror Stories, and I feel like American Horror Stories and Black Mirrors are kind of the same, but just in a different universe. But I'd rather watch Black Mirror any day than American Horror Story. Okay. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before, but Virgin River, a Netflix original, season 5 is officially out on Netflix. Go watch it, guys. Virgin River is a really good show. I feel like if you want something where you feel classy and like an adult, I think you should definitely go and watch it. He also recommended Don't Fuck with Cats, and I'm really hesitant to watch it because it's about a guy who messes around with cats. And I guess from what I've been told by Mark, they don't show any of like the cat guts, but like still, I'm like, I don't love cats because there are some real mean cats out there, but like I have a cat. Like she may not be up here with me, but I have a cat. She's 10 years old. She just turned 10 last month in August. Had her since she was a kitten. Like, she's okay. She could be a little witch at times, but she's my baby. Before there was Delilah, there was Midnight, and still is. And, it's just stuff like that. But we gon' I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to watch it. I'm gonna watch it when the sun's out. Sun's out now, but I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. Did you guys hear Totally Spies? If you didn't watch Totally Spies as a kid, don't talk to me. Totally Spies is everything to me. They're coming out with like a reboot. Obviously the series will be like in a different cartoon format, like they do with all these cartoon reboots. And I was just like, I'm excited for it. I want to see what it has to offer because I really love Totally Spies. The TikTok sound that was trending, oh my gosh, she's bald and she's torturing people who have hair, that came from Totally Spies. It came from, I can't remember her name, but she was basically the black girl in yellow. And if you can't tell, I really loved her. I loved all of them on Totally Spies. They're just everything. They were like Charlie's Angels, and I'm pretty sure they're supposed to somewhat be like Charlie Angels. I don't know. I've never went into, deep background with it. But, I love Totally Spies, and I can't wait. So as soon as that hits platforms, we're talking about it, guys. Speaking of things hitting platforms, I should have said it at the beginning of the show, but I guess I'll just do it at the end before I close it out. Mortal Kombat 1. They're restarting up Mortal Kombat, guys. And, the new game is supposed to be dropped. And I've been watching this game for months. And, finally it's the week that it's supposed to come out. And now I can't stop seeing it all over TikTok. And now it's supposed to drop September 14th, which is Thursday. Now it's like, it drops September 14th for like exclusive stuff, but you have to pay like $100. And I'm like, I'm not paying $100 for a game. I go my whole life, I go my days making fun of nerds. I'm not going to admit that I'm a nerd for Mortal Kombat by dropping $100 on a game. No ma'am, no ham. That's not how it happens. So then, like, you could wait till September 19th and get it for like, I think like $60, $70 or $50. And I'm just like, that is some burukaka right there. Because the whole time, like when you look it up, like, when does Mortal Kombat drop? Said September 14th. Now, the week of, to know that I can't play it till next week, and September 19th to Tuesday, I'm not going to start playing a new game in the middle of the week. Like, I was really excited because I'm like, okay, Thursday's the 14th. Friday, when I get off work, like, we're going to stock up on some snacks and we're not going anywhere. We're just going to be playing. Like, we're just going to be in love. Like, all Friday night, we're just going to be getting it on. And so now to know, like, yeah, not this week. Next weekend you could play. And I'm just like, what if I have plans next weekend? Like, it's in my calendar that Mortal Kombat drops this week. And now it's like a damn shame. And now it's like, I have no plans this weekend. Don't think me pathetic, because it's like, so your plans were to play Mortal Kombat all 3 days of the weekend? Yes, they were. When Mortal Kombat 11 came out back in 2020, that's literally what I did, especially like during like quarantine time and not having to be at work. Most definitely, I was sitting there playing it. I finished the whole Mortal Kombat game within a week. I played the first one, and then the second one, it was like, cost money, and I'm like, I don't need it. Bought it, and then I freaking finished it. Like, I'm not, like, yeah, that was my plan. Friday, Saturday, and maybe possibly Sunday to sit here, and play Mortal Kombat, Now I don't know what to do. Somebody said play Sims, and it's like, as much as I really want to play my Sims, I'm waiting on my new gaming laptop before I could play Sims again. Like, I tried playing it, like, I think yesterday, and, like, I forgot, like, what each family had to offer, and it's like, I might just delete you guys, because, like, once I get this new gaming laptop, whenever that is, whether it's for Christmas or my birthday, I'm gonna have to start over anyways. Once I get my gaming laptop, like, I'm back. I'm better than ever. I'm gonna be a better simmer than Diavion at the age of 15. Like, I'm gonna do this all over again. I'm gonna get back in the mood to, get in some CC and some mods, just being awesome. And who knows, maybe I might go back to Sims 4 since I do have Sims 4 stuff, but Sims 3 will always be the best Sims out of all of them. If you do like Sims, like somebody said Sims 5 is coming out soon. I would love to see how much more shittier it could get. Excuse my French. But Sims 4, like, you didn't have cars anymore. Like, Sims 3 was its peak, and they kind of just went back on it. Like, the graphics got better to a sense, but something about Sims 3 graphics, it just radiates just love. Okay? It just gives a sense of warmth, and hearing them dun 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 dun. It just radiates like a sense of love and energy. And when I be seeing like people on TikTok how they be playing their Sims, like especially on Sims 4, it's like you're not a real simmer, because Sims. I'm not gonna get into that. Like, I'm trying to wrap up the episode, guys. I really am. So I'm not gonna get into it. But just know, don't talk bad about Sims around me, and don't be like, oh, I'm a simmer. But you only play Sims for the clout. Like, Sims is just therapeutic. Get with the program. It's like Legos, but better. Come on now. Stop playing. And then, like it depends on what platform you play Sims on, too. Like, if you, like I was telling my friend the other day, like, Sims comes at its, like, own level. If you playing the mobile game, you playing on, like, Xbox, PlayStation, you could afford the PlayStation, Xbox, get a PC. You get a desktop and play Sims on the PC like a real person. Like, that's where you play it at. I had Sims 3 for the Wii, and I have to say it was okay. It was alright. But Sims on the desktop is how you play Sims. It's the best way to load in your cheats, load up your CCs, your mods. Like, anybody got Xbox, PlayStation, phone? Anybody got time for that? Like, I play on the phone, and it's just like, I'm bored. Like, time don't go as fast as I want it to. Like, you on my time. It's 6 o'clock here. It's 6 o'clock in the game. That's not how that goes. No, ma'am, no ham. No, ma'am, no ham. Anyways, you guys, before I wrap it up, I just want to wish my really good friend Sabrina happy birthday. Happy birthday, girl. I hope you have a really good birthday. I hope your birthday has everything to offer. I hope you party your head off this weekend. I love you. I miss you. And David, happy birthday. Sabrina turned 25. You're in your mid-20s and you don't even look like it. I love you so much and I miss you. As always, thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment. You have any recommendations or you want to hear anything on the podcast? As you can tell, I'm open to suggestions. Let a girl know. Holla at a sister. But other than that, just happy listening. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. I think I sound fine.